Hi guys, it's me again. As I promised, we're gonna continue with our exercises. Today, we're gonna do your legs. So, we're gonna be sitting down. I'm sure we are now probably stuck in front of TV quite a bit, watching your favorite movies or news. So this is a perfect time to exercise your legs and feet. So then when you're back on the dance floor, you are stronger than ever. So what we're going to do, we're going to use our bands again, right? Or something that is stretchable. Or if you don't have it, you can do it without the band. So it's just going to be a little bit less resistance. Or you can start without the band and then continue with the band, right? So you make the exercise a little bit stronger. So one of the things I would like you to do, you're going to wrap your band around your foot, hold it, and I just would like you to straighten it. Back, bend and straight, bend and straight, bend, straight, bend, straight, right? And again, like anything else, try not to overdo it at first. Just make sure, right? Maybe 10 repetitions. If you hold the band really tight, it's going to be stronger. You will feel that the muscles are much more engaged. If you let your band to be a little bit looser, it's going to be slightly less resistant, right? So again, we're going to do this on both sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Pretty simple. We all can do this. Now what we're going to do, I actually would like you to put your foot into the band. Right? So could you see, not wrapped around the foot, but your toes are completely wrapped. And what we're going to do, we're going to actually just do this with your foot, not with your whole leg. So we're going to keeping the leg in that position, and we're just going to do, you're going to be just stretching your ankle joint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So could you see, it's almost like you're just waving with your foot. Now in this position, we're going to have your foot extended, and now I would like you to do wave just with your toes. Toe, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So could you see your leg is in one position, your foot is in the other position, and you're just using your toes, right? Very commonly, when we dance, we're going to ask you to have your toes, what we call, when we talk about the usage of the foot, like a little platform, and then you will have to extend your ankle and then stand on top of it. So that comes in very handy. So now what we're going to do, we're going to extend the foot, then do the toe, then do the toe and move the foot. Foot, toe, toe, foot, foot, toe, toe, foot. So again, that's a coordination that we have to develop, because lots of time you guys are just moving everything all at once, and then on top of it, your legs move as well. So now what we can do, you can bend the leg, flex, and then point the toe, right? Just toe, just the toe. And then from the flex position, you're gonna move the foot, then flex your toes and point your toes, and then down. So up, flex, point, and the toe. Flex the toe, flex the foot, and then the leg down. Down, flex the foot, flex the, point the foot, point the toe, flex the toe, flex the foot, stretch the leg, and down. So could you see that could get a little bit challenging, because now we're training that you can move your leg with your flex foot. You can point your foot, point your toe, and then you can move your leg, right? Or you can flex your foot and then move your leg. So now we're having some options over here. And the same over here. Have your leg stretched, extend the foot, and then point the toe. Flex the toe, flex the foot, bend your leg. Extend, 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 flex, flex, and bend. Extend, point, point the toe, flex the toe, flex the foot, and bend your leg. Yes, now let's try to do this with the other foot as well, because we want to make sure that both sides are equally exercised. right? So again, you're gonna hold it like this and you're just gonna wave it, as I call this, with your foot. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point. And again, start from 10 repetition. Try not to overkill it in the beginning. Now, of course, as you get better, when people ask how much should you do, the more you do it, the stronger your feet, just like going to the gym. Right? Now from here, you're gonna point the foot. Now point the toe, flex the toe. Point the toe, flex the toe. Point the toe, flex the toe. So could you see your ankle joint is not moving? Just the joints of your toes. Now you're just waving with your toes, not with your foot. Right? And then we can do the same sequencing. You're gonna stretch the leg. You're gonna point the foot, point the toe, flex the toe, flex the foot, bend your knee. Stretch, point, point, flex, flex, bend. Stretch, point, point, flex, flex, back. Stretch, point, point, flex, flex, and then bend. Now you can, over here as well, try to just do your toes. Right? Could you see when your foot is flexed, just do the toes. So you just develop awareness of the joints of your toes. Then this is of course easier. Foot, toe, toe, foot. Right? But if you go point, toe, then the foot, then lift, flex the toes, then the foot. Try to do as many variations as you can. So you develop awareness that each joint can move of its own. You just have to really pay attention to it. Yes? Another thing that I would like you to be very much aware, oftentimes when we ask you to point the toes, you do this. You crunch. Now I always give this example. If I ask someone to point at me, they would not go. They would not hook the finger. They would stretch the finger. So just think of the same thing for your foot. When we ask you to point, I want you to lengthen your toes, not hold on, right? Not to grab it, like you have something underneath your foot and you're trying to grab. I want you to lengthen them. So the feet literally are like this. They're wide and stretched. So you have a surface to stand on. When you're like this, it's really difficult. It's very wobbly. So even when we tell you hold on to the ground, it's almost very counterintuitive because we want you to feel like your foot acts like a suction cup, not so much like you're grabbing. Normally, if someone throws something at you, you will grab it. You wouldn't go, I'm catching. But as a dancer, I want you to feel you're extended and you are actually trying to get your foot onto the ground with your toes extended, right? So that's something that I really would like you to feel as you're pointing with the bend or even without the bend, that you're extending, you're making your toes longer versus crunching them, right? Would you feel, when you do this, you will feel everything lifts, and I would like you to feel everything stretches. So you're in a nice extended position, yes? Now, another thing that I would like you to do, if you wrap your band around yourself, or around your ankles, right? Or whatever you have that it's a little bit stretchable, just try to pull it apart. You will see that your thighs are working greatly, right? And again, try not to do it too much, just a little bit, right? You can lean a little bit, not too much, because I still would like you to keep the form. I would like you to have your stomach really nice and tucked, and we just working your legs, right? And your thighs are gonna be burning. So just a little bit, right? Then lift one, lift the other one. Lift one, lift the other one. Lift one, lift the other one. Right? Just a little bit so you feel your legs are engaged. Now try to flex your feet and do the same thing. Stretch. And that's a big burn. You will feel it in your thighs. Ow! Then relax a little bit, right? Just shake it off. Because in the beginning, it's gonna be really tight. For those of you that are strong, of course, you can go for as much as you would like. You can extend it and make it bigger. For those of you that are just doing this for the first time, try not to kill yourself so the next day you cannot exercise at all. And then up and up with your foot flexed and flexed and flexed. So again, you get used to with the pointing toes and flexed toes, right? And for those of you that it's a little bit too advanced to lift your feet, just have it on the ground and try to do this. you will feel there is still quite a bit of tension within the legs. So you can just have your legs completely on the ground and just feel the tension. Another thing you can do, just stretch, open your legs and hold. And be aware that your legs, the butt and the core, it's pretty engaged all the time. And then just try to move your feet. Just try to move your feet up and down, right? So you just keep on working on developing the strength of your whole legs without putting the weight on it just yet. We can do this later on, but right now I just would like you to feel you're just making small steps to keep on developing the muscle, yes? And the last exercise I'm gonna ask you to do, just to be aware that we would like you to keep on developing your turnout. So hold your leg in one position and rotate your ankle. Just rotate your ankle and then hold it, if it's your right foot, like maybe on 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, just hold it. And then stretch and flex, stretch and flex with that hold. And then do a rotation again. Now you can do the rotation both, so you develop strength on both sides of your ankle, but make sure that you hold it on the outside. That's going to be your turnout, right? And then we're gonna do this with the other foot. Hold it, turn it outside, out and out. And try not to move your toes, but the ankle joint, right? So very calm and sturdy. And then when steady, and then if it's your left foot, just think maybe 11 or 10 o'clock. You don't have to go all the way to the 9. And then bend, straight and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Right? So again, we just keep on making sure that you get used to having your feet in a turnout. Again, with the bend, you can develop these muscles, right? Slightly more by putting the band, right? And hold it. Let's say if it's your left foot, hold it on the right side and just move your foot to the left, to the left, to the left, right? So you're developing the muscles around your ankles, so they're a little bit stronger. And again, it's make sure that your foot, the whole leg does not move. That's a very common mistake. So keeping it still, you can hold your leg, hold the band and move side and side and side, yes? Then again, to make sure that you're working both sides, pull the band on the other side and pull it in. And just very little movement, like try not to overkill it, right? Just a little bit. And again, do 10 repetitions on one side, 10 repetitions on the other one. And the same within the other foot, right? You wrap it around your right, you put the band to the left, and you're stretching to the right, making sure your leg does not move, just your foot, just your foot, just your foot, not your toes, just the ankle joint we're activating. And then we're gonna do the same thing, the opposite direction, over here, and then you bring it inward, inward, inward. So just be patient, right? It's more about the amount of repetition, not how big the movement. Try not to make the band too tight, just what's comfortable for you, yes? And hopefully that will help you greatly, and I will see you next time. Bye.